Athlone TV is now live. Streaming World of Warcraft, SoD Ret Pally PvP.
Dude, I feel like juice, dude. I feel like I've been like dude, I feel like juice, dude. I feel like I've been like reinvigorated.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like resurrected?
Yeah, dude.
King's honor, friend.
Yeah, we've discovered the ancient remains of a fallen adventurer that we must cleanse within the southern forest of Elwyn. Dude. Oh, I'm losing it, man. I'm losing it. There's another rune in Jasperlode. True, I need to go up there anyway. It's in, I want to get a season discovery, but I'm wondering if it's too late for me. It seems most people already passed level 5. Unbelievable, dude. Thank you, Paladin. You saved my life. I didn't think I was going to make it. Wait, do I have to talk to somebody before I talk to him? Like, so do you cleanse, like, I think you cleanse him. May the light protect you, brother. The adventurer hands you a rune. Ooh, Rune of Aegis. Easy, dude. Our third rune of the day. I like these. Like, you just randomly, there's a guy who's like, okay. So here's what Rune of Aegis is. Whenever I have the chest rune engraved, increase your block value by 30% and damaging melee and range attacks have a 10% chance to increase your chance to block. So this is essentially readout on any attack. It's readout on any attack as opposed to a guaranteed whenever you get crit. So any attack, 10%. So that's a big, big tanking rune. Where's the Martyr Seal? You actually get it in the Stormwind Cathedral. Dude, and look at my mana, dude. I actually am like kind of broken, man. You wanna know what's funny? You wanna know what I did there? I judged blood and I killed myself. I think that's what happened. Dude, you know what though? I should probably not do like crazy risky stuff, because I think what's gonna happen is if I keep doing crazy risky stuff, or like putting myself in a position where it's like there's a greater than 50% chance I'll die, I'm probably going to get used to that and then do it on accident in hardcore. Yeah, it's like a bad habit that I'm gonna build for hardcore. Because I still haven't died on an OnlyFans character. Oh, you know what's funny, dude? I wasn't Crusader striking. I wasn't Crusader striking because of, I was like trying to save my mana. I forgot that it doesn't cost any mana anymore. Wait, what is this? Parrot, a wild polymorph. It's gotta be a mage rune, yeah? I don't know why the water, or not the water, I don't know why the sound effect was so funny, dude. The sound of the bird dying was hilarious to me. Dude, it just feels like I'm playing Burning Crusade again, man. Now, it's a little bit different, and it's righteousness, not command. But here's what I'm worried about. You know, the righteousness seal twist might actually work. Righteousness seal twisting might actually work with a two-way twist, but I'm worried that they're going to change the itemization of Ret Paladin gear to get rid of spell power, whereas spell power is actually something that's really valuable and important for paladins in vanilla, like regardless of what spec you are. Yeah, like spell power for tanking, the spell power coefficient on a lot of your abilities. Oh, I need a little bit of armor here. Oh, it is a great day for Azeroth, folks. It is a great day for Azeroth. Here's what I hope. I hope if Season of Discovery gets, I guess, like the degree of popularity I hope that it gets, I would really like to see them like put some real meat behind this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them go and help build out the world or build out new instances and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe they're already doing that, but we haven't seen that yet. Like, do they have a level designer on the team working on building like a Scarlet Monastery raid? Because I don't necessarily want to get rid of SM Cath, SM Armory, SM Cathedral, or sorry, SM Library, Graveyard, right? 4 of them. I don't want them to get rid of that, but I would like to see like a, you know, Scarlet Citadel or, you know, some kind of Scarlet whatever, right? Wait, there's a Pally rune near here? Oh, wait, hold on. There's a Paladin rune near here, I'm being told. Okay, oh, there's another rune. Hello, one moment, please. I have a Paladin RP I have to do. Okay. Adventures written. My lord, we must purge this deer. Oh, wait, what? You sense a spirit long trapped within these remains, unable to reach its final rest by combining your skills with another ally skilled in the healing arts. Oh, combining your skills with another ally skilled in the healing arts, you could help the spirit pass beyond the realm. Begin the ritual. We must begin the ritual. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I think I have to accept. I think I have to join his. Thank you, heroes. My torment is now at an end. Frayed bracers. Okay, some of these they just basically hand it to you, but it is cool. But they do just kind of hand it to you a little bit. Rune of Inspiration. If you want to know where it is, it's right here on the map. You guys can see the map. Oh, okay, dude. Okay, so look at this. I now have a chest, a leg, and a hand rune already by level 10, and I could have had it even sooner. So Inspiration Exemplar is, I got confused on what it was. I forgot. This is really more of a PvP one. Your inspiring presence periodically dispels fear and sleep effects on nearby party members. But yeah, this is like it's like an auto cleanse. So I already have 4 out of 12 runes collected. Where's Martyr? It's right south of Hogger. Yo.
Yo.
Dude, are you having fun?
Yeah, I am. Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's been sick. Like I've been discovering like a bunch of, I got 4 runes already. This is like amazing so far. Oh, dude, I'm hearing there's a drunk who's menacing our patrons at the bar. We believe you may be able to rebuke this drunkard. Hold on one second. Speaking of RP, I have to go do a paladin RP. I'll be right back. You say there's a drunkard in the tavern? Yes, he's driving our patrons away. Let's go take care of him right this instant. Okay, chat, we have to go, look, we have to go stop this drunkard. Oh, Fandy invites you to a group. Accept. Wait, oh, Fandy is here. Oh, come, Sir S-Fan. Hail. The hooligan is this way. Chat, apparently there's a drunkard in the tavern. We're here on an RP server, okay? So we have to RP. Real Fandy would not RP. No, this is real Fandy.
Hello.
Talk to Liv. She will give you the details. Hail, Lady Bradford. How's business? To be honest, we're struggling to make ends meet. Business has been slowing down lately. No thanks to drunkards like Stuart harassing our other customers. What? Sounds like you need someone to bounce him for you. You'd certainly be doing everyone a favor. He's a mean drunk though, and quite the brawler.
Game practice.
I am. Yeah, it's my level 1 paladin cosplay. I will take care of him swiftly. Show him the true power of retribution. Back of the line, we're taking turns beating this drunk. Good work. Good work. Make sure this drunk learns his lesson. He won't stay down. Just keep beating him until you get tired. Turn from heroic teen to being a bully. True. Is this new? This is all new. Oh, Swain's crying. Swain, do not cry, for he was a drunkard and also a terrorist. Wait, isn't this guy just kind of like drunk in the corner? He's just getting his ass whooped. Back of the line, sir. Wait a second. Seal of the Martyr is giving everybody around me mana back, even outside of my group. What the heck? All right, make sure you show him what's for. He was sick in PvP. That's actually gonna be, yeah.
Hello.
In like big group fights, maybe. I've taken care of Stuart. He shouldn't be a problem anymore. Thank you, S-Fan. Stuart isn't the only problem around here, but he sure was the loudest. I can't give you any gold, but I hope this will do. Ooh. Rune of Rebuke. Problem should be taken care of now. Especially with all these other paladins ready to beat him senseless for hours on end. The Lord hath blessed thee with powerful WPM. Hey, Swifty here. Okay, the person named Swifty's butt is not Swifty, okay? I'm missing a... No, you're not. This is minus 20. This is the worst RP I've ever seen. Okay. Watch me. I open up Swifty's stream and it's literally him. It's literally him. I actually would have lost it. If that was the case, I actually would have completely lost it. Hey, on that note, great first day. Outstanding first day. YouTube, Instagram, Discord, Reddit, Twitch, Twitter. Everything is SFit TV. Good night, everybody. We're gonna keep it going tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and just like rip tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah.
said that's like done.
Yeah, that's wild.
People are saying rip leftovers. Yeah, probably.
Part of what we had early on when we were arguing, one was about him covering breaking news.
Like
You just had,
murder.
no. You just asked me about breaking news, and I'm telling you my general opinion. I f***ing hate breaking news. Danger in breaking news is that as events happen in real time, people can form narratives and opinions about things very quickly, and those things stick. I'm sure you know this because you do kind of like the journalism thing, right? You would say you're in journalism, right? You would say that? Or would you say that?
Every time I see clips of Destiny, it's always like very confident, but also confidently unsure. You're not really sure? Okay, well, how about you get sure? Like, I think I have the exact opposite problem where I am
Oh no.
grossly aware of the lack of knowledge that I have on a particular matter. Because there's so much. Every time I see clips.
Why was Hassan watching like a month-old video of me talking to somebody about this conflict? Why wouldn't he find something a little bit more up to date? Why would he respond to something so long ago? What do you want?
Hey, Hottie, how we doing?
Oh, it's part of another video. I'm doing great. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I figured, you know, you're live now. You left me on red for 8 hours.
Yeah, you know, we'll see if my apartment's power magically goes out again or some dumb shit, but here I am. And,
Yeah, it was like a middle school date all over again, dude. There's some serious PTSD.
True. Well, I made it. What's up?
Awesome. I was wondering if you just wanted to shoot the shit about Hassan since the warpath is over.
Sure, I'm not beating the obsessed allegations, but what about him?
I don't know. I was gonna say like, I don't know. I guess let's start with this. When I was debating Hassan, and also just throughout my research with him, he would always say like, oh yeah, these obsessed like neoliberals with me. These obsessed neoliberals, and it was very clear that that was like about you. Or he'd say these crazy, these violent Nazi guys, which obviously means like Sam Hyde. I was wondering like what made you such a boogeyman where he like wouldn't say your name?
I mean, we've got like a really long history with each other, and Hassan, the way that Hassan navigates social media is typically if you're dealing with people that are, this isn't just Hassan actually, this is just like a general rule, everybody does this. If somebody's significantly smaller than you, and they could have a very negative impact on you, and you don't see yourself ever having like a positive interaction with them, then you choke them, no free clout, basically. And the goal for that is you can kind of subtly communicate to your fan base that you don't like them or trash their arguments, but you're not actually giving them enough air for people to go and find them or to risk exposing something that you don't want exposed, like that person having a better argument than you're saying, or your fans going to that person's stream. It's just kind of like this like no free clout policy, basically. It's a pretty common way, like if there's like a guy with 100 followers on Twitter and he starts shitting on me, right? I'm not gonna go through and dig through every single guy gossiping about me or trying to attack me or whatever, because like you don't want to give like attention to those types of people. That's basically Hassan's approach to me.
Yeah, that's kind of how he's acted with right. So that's why I was kind of surprised he debated me, or like demanded to debate me.
Obviously, everything I say could be tainted and it could be biased because I just don't like him or I'm jealous or blah blah blah. So let me give all those normal disclosures. So something that I think has kind of happened to Hassan recently is I think that the viewership and the overall like internet impact that he's had has severely diminished since COVID. Like he was probably at his apex. Was it COVID 2 years ago? Like playing like, or 3 years ago when he was playing like with AOC.
Yeah, he was averaging like 40K viewers.
Yeah, like this is like him on top of the world, okay? But the problem is, even when Hassan's on top of the world, he's still very insulated. He's always like in his fortress. He doesn't go out and aggressively court other fan bases. He's not doing debates. He's not going on other podcasts. He's only doing stuff that he knows is going to give him like very, very, very friendly airtime, and he's very insulated. So I think that's something that's happened over the past couple months is, here's something that I misunderstood about Hassan. I didn't think Hassan had very many principles. I thought that he was just kind of like only a clout monster. But I realized... I mean,
is he not? I mean, I really think...
No, I think he's actually...
What are we talking about?
No, I think he's way more actually like ideologically extremist than I thought. Because he's taken like 3 or 4 major L's in a row on some really far left shit that if he was maximizing for clout, he would obviously know to stay away from. Like, Hassan shouldn't be within
What's an example?
Yeah, Hassan should not be within 1,000 miles of the deprogrammed channel.
Tell us, Kim, you're the closest. Tell us, what the f is going on?
Very base things. This will be incredibly hard to do without getting bleeped or getting the stream taken down. So I'm gonna what's it called? Mind my words a little bit. TLDR, basically a unexpected operation from a united front of sorts from Gaza that has launched itself into the neighboring areas.
It's Hassan.
You get a kiss from
Hassan's
me.
in chat.
No.
That's why.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, hey Hassan.
Alright. Hey, what up?
Hey, partner.
Right, that makes sense. Mohammed Zaman sent $5. Thank you very much. He says, did the Palestinians actually take civilian hostage, or is that fake news? I don't care.
Yeah, the occupiers are not civilians.
Right? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about? Yeah. There is no reason for him to be there. He has no clout to gain from that. All those guys are insignificant compared to him. All he can possibly do is look bad. Their views are way more extreme than even his normal audience.
Yeah, that was the show where the guy was like the baby settlers.
Yeah, that
right?
JT guy, yeah. Yeah, there's that. Hassan didn't need to make arguments about, like, China invading Tibet.
Okay, Ethan, but like,
Go ahead.
Tibet was literally a feudal slave mandate, like autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like, that's not far from the norm in normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in, and
China unilaterally took over Tibet.
like
Well,
these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
if your culture.
They're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of
they did them
feudal
a favor.
warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
I think that yes, I will be on the record
Just
to
like
state
America did it.
that
Nah,
while
I
the
didn't
Chinese
say that.
government
Hassan didn't need to defend staunchly the idea of, like, re-education camps. Hassan didn't need to talk about, like, baby settlers. Like,
If it was settlers, that would be a lot more understandable. But let's not obfuscate, okay? I understand what you're saying, but this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
But the babies that killed were not.
I know.
Okay, so
Here's now that we established that.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Now that we established that,
all of these things are indicative of somebody that because remember, I thought that Hassan was just maximizing for clout. I didn't realize he was actually this ideologically dug in. So that either changed or I just misunderstood that about him a long time. But yeah, so as he's like he's taken a lot of big hits recently, like hit after hit after hit, where his power
did you see
level.
how he covered the like 13-year-old and 15-year-old going and stabbing 3 people?
No, I haven't seen that, but my guess
this
is that's
my
a
new vid.
On Twitter, a video went viral, 8 million views, showing a Palestinian kid get yelled at by Israeli police. The tweet was captioned, Ahmad was kidnapped 8 years ago when he was only 13 years old. This leaked video shows Israeli officers interrogating him. This is how Israelis treat Palestinian children. Israel kidnapped over 880 Palestinian children in 2023 only. Hassan would immediately quote tweet this saying, indefensible monsters, getting another 5 million views and over 75,000 likes. Now Hassan just made it seem like Israel kidnapped this kid for no reason. They're monsters. But if you just take 2 seconds and Google his name, you'll see that he was running around holding knives with his 15-year-old cousin. His cousin stabbed a 13-year-old Israeli boy and another 21-year-old before getting shot by a dude he also tried to stab. The boy in the video was then stopped after getting hit by a car. That is not the same as this kid getting kidnapped by the IDF. He was arrested and convicted for attempted murder. He's on video doing it. Hassan doesn't care to add any of that crucial context because the truth does not matter to him. May I remind you, this is the same guy who says he does a better job at reporting than most news outlets.
I am not held up by the same journalistic standards, even though I think I do a much better job than most other news outlets in general.
I responded to him with, amazing journalism, Hassan. And his response to me is exactly what I've been criticizing him for. He demonizes me, moves the goalpost, and then continues to get the story wrong.
Like, the big thing is he actually managed to nuke one of his only good outreach programs, which was Leftovers. He nuked his show.
Yeah, that's over. Ethan said that's like done.
Yeah, that's wild.
People are saying rip leftovers. Yeah, probably. just to be honest.
We could just call it leftovers.
Oh, that's so good. Wouldn't that be fucked up if I was like, leftovers is coming back?
That is fucked up. Don't do that.
Well, you know, we've never done that before.
Right. We've never played it.
Yeah, it is.
So as his audience starts to dwindle, and then as his ideology becomes more extreme,
And he's bleeding tons of followers too over the past month.
Now I think it's gotten to a point to where when I start to make criticisms of him, those are starting to resonate more on wider parts of the internet, because I've grown quite a bit over the past year and a half. So now for the first time, and like, it sounds stupid, but like the idea that Hassan, one, mentions my name is crazy, but two, is actually showing videos of me on stream means that he's starting to feel a fuck ton of pressure.
Oh, you did see that. I was gonna show you this because I figured maybe we'll watch it again because I do want to, I do have some questions along with those clips.
Yeah, but now I think basically now he's feeling a lot of pressure that he has to respond because like the walls are closing in around him, his fan base is dwindling.
Well, why do you
and
think he responded to me? Of all people, is it just because like he thought I was a Nazi or some shit?
No. So one thing that Hassan does that's very clever is let's say that I kill a puppy while I'm wearing a clown costume. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say that I do this and everybody's really mad about me killing the puppy in the clown costume. Okay. Let's say that I look at my chat and everybody starts spamming like, why did you kill this puppy? Why did you kill this puppy? Why did you kill this puppy? And one guy is like, your clown tie looked horrible. Hassan will focus on that one person and he will make it sound like he's responded to the criticism of him killing the puppy in the clown costume by focusing on the one chatter that brought up the color of his tie. And this is Hassan's approach to dealing with all forms of criticism.
It's like picking the most extreme comment. But I mean, what did I say that was extreme? How does that apply to
the
me?
softest one, because what you represented was criticism about Hassan's coverage of Israel-Palestine. That's what he saw you as, and he saw you as potentially an easy target. Well, oh my God, a commentary YouTuber, I'm gonna pull him on, I'm gonna beat him over the head with my information about Israel-Palestine, and then I'm gonna be vindicated in the eyes of everybody criticizing my coverage of this issue. That's why when you guys were having the conversation, I don't know if you noticed or not, but he said multiple times, like, let's talk about Israel-Palestine. Why don't you tell me what you think about Israel-Palestine?
Israel and Hamas blame each other, right? You don't know what the story is. You don't know if you did it or not. And you say 100%, they 100% did it. That's a huge disaster, bro. That's like
at that point, first of all, who do you think blew up the hospital? Like the hospital courtyard, rather. Who do you think bombed the hospital courtyard?
I think most investigations point towards it being either the Islamic Jihad or Hamas, right? It's like a misfired rocket. And then what you did in response to that was instead of being like, yeah, I think since most of the reports are going this way.
Why do you think it's wait, hold on. Why do you think it's a Hamas or Islamic Jihad and a rocket misfire?
I like how he's just mining and mining and mining. This is the live strategy, right? He's mining and mining and mining for something that the guy might not know about, so that then he can hammer him on some irrelevant, like esoteric side fact that has nothing to do with the initial claim of Hassan was clearly using a propaganda mindset to arrive prematurely at a conclusion about breaking news, right? Like, how far is he going to dig on this? Like, oh yeah, it was because of that. Well, do you even know the make and model? Do you even know the chemical makeup of the fuel that the custom rockets use? Do you, like?
Well, that was just what most of the investigations turned out.
So
I know Channel 4 had a different one.
Because you're bringing this up, and this is really important to understand. One, all of the circumstantial.
You say that every time, but it never is.
Okay. All of.
That was a good one-liner.
And this is really important to understand. One, all of the circumstantial.
Oh, true. I wonder if Hassan was hoping that he would say, oh, Hamas bombed them. And he would go, oh, Hamas? You don't even know all of the different groups operating out of the Gaza Strip, because it wasn't actually Hamas that people think it was. It was a totally different group, and you probably don't even know the name. That's probably what he was fishing for. But when he said Islamic jihadists, it his dialogue trip, so now he's got to hop to some different shit. You're probably right. That's probably what happened. Well, let's talk about the history.
I felt like I had to keep recentering it, and it was it was like I didn't expect him to be like so aggressive out of the gate. Like,
because he's trying to hold on to
guard by the.
He's trying to hold on to like any W's he can get, and he really wanted you to have that debate about Israel-Palestine with him, because now he'd be vindicated. Well, here's one of the guys who said I was wrong about the hospital bombing. This guy doesn't know anything about Israel-Palestine. This retard. And these are all my critics. He'll say that all the time. All my critics are like this. They're all neo-Nazis. They're all Sam Hyde. They're all this. Blah 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 blah. That was why he picked you and wanted to fight with you.
I see. Well, yeah, because I knew he was going to try and turn it into that. I just didn't expect him to be so aggressive. As it went on, I felt like I got more comfortable, but it was really hard to like figure out how to
Yeah,
keep them
because
on
notice
topic,
how
if that makes sense.
he tried to skirt by all of the substantive criticism on you, and he heard you say one thing that might have been wrong. Remember, it was about him apologizing,
Oh,
and for
dude,
about
it was
5
right,
minutes.
Too. It was like just misunderstanding because you don't watch the video, so it's like.
Yeah, for about
very
5 minutes, he
frustrating.
was like, I didn't apologize. I didn't apologize. I didn't apologize. I didn't apologize. Like, because he wanted to get his one W that he could, etch out. He's really good at, like, the debate pedophilia, I think was his term, where he's, like, very good at using, like, very dirty tactics to try to, like, ease out, like, a win from a conversation. He's actually very good at that, and he does it quite a bit, but he was trying to do that towards you.
Community meme, the debate pedophile?
I'm gonna be honest, I've heard this so many times, I just assumed it was for my community. Apparently Hassan said it first, which is actually really hilariously unhinged.
The debate pedophiles are out in droves. Holy moly. My job is to tell you what I think is going on. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that and cut through the fog of war. Cut through the misinformation.
Yeah, somebody linked it to my server. Like, just so you guys remember, Hassan was the first one that said debate pedophile. I didn't actually know that, but he did. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I felt like that was a good meme. I wasn't sure where it was from because when I was first called it, I was like, I don't debate pedophiles, and then I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
like,
here's the other question I got related.
Yeah.
Oh no, you
I was
can go
gonna
on
say
if you got more.
he started with debate pervert was the thing that he said, because Hassan doesn't like to argue with people that he feels like he's going to lose against, so he tries to say all debate is gay. He doesn't like debate, but when he has the opportunity to debate Andrew Tate, he'll do it.
He's the lamest debater ever, though. He was such an asshole.
Exactly, and when he has a chance to debate you, he's putting out every debate bro tactic. He's blowing you up on Twitter. Oh, this guy's dodging me. Hasn't responded in 30 minutes. Like, oh, he's such a fucking dodger, right? That's like the actual debate pervertry, but yeah. So it's just a thing that he says to,
All right, this is... What do you think about, because Dylan Burns agreed with Hassan on this, and I was interested to see another streamer's take. If I make a video on you, and then you want to debate me on it, but you don't watch the video, I mean, that's some bullshit, right? Like, how do I have to fucking engage with that if you don't even know what the fuck I said? Because the problem is that I have is exactly what happened in our debate, where I'm now having to explain every detail. His audience doesn't understand any context of where I'm coming from. We're getting caught up in the weeds of the argument because he's like, or the language of the argument.
Yeah. So this is a strategy.
Instead of like actually knowing what the meat is because he didn't watch it.
Yeah, this is there's a French philosopher. There's a term I borrowed from him called simulacrum, but Vosh does this a lot too, and Hassan does this. Basically, every politics streamer, but me, because I'm awesome, does this. When people are trying to summarize or give you an impression of what other people are saying, they never actually watch the original material because they want to take away from you the ability to control the narrative or the rhetoric behind how the facts are presented. So Hassan will never watch a full critical video of him like that on stream unless he's pre-prepared like a notepad or a list of responses. If he thinks it's going to make him look bad, he just won't watch it. He'll say, oh, this guy said this, or this guy said that, Destiny said this, Pepe Ladi said that, Willie said this. But usually they're misquoting you, they're not being charitable, they're not accurately summarizing what you say, and then when you go to argue with them, the fan base is thinking like, oh, I remember when Willie said this, but they don't remember when Willie said this. What they're actually remembering is when Hassan said that Willie said this, and it probably wasn't even accurate in the first place. But yeah, people like Hassan and Vosh do that all the time. They're very critical of other people and their material, but they don't actually show. Do red pillars do it? Maybe they do it. I'm not sure.
Dude, the number one thing Myron and Sneeko were doing to me was like, oh, that's out of context. That's out of context. It's like, bro, you didn't watch it. What do you mean it's out of context? Like, prove it.
Because Myron and Sneeko,
just claim everything's out of context, dude. When it's like, I didn't do that. Like, you have to prove that. The burden of proof is on you then to prove that I'm doing that.
Yeah, Myron and Sneeko operate on the same no clout foundation, where they don't want to give air to what they consider to be
it is
haters.
rage-inducing, dude. It does trigger the shit out of me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So the next question I got for you is, he said something to me along the lines of, oh, you have like these people feeding you notes, like obviously referring to you. Have you?
Why would I watch a drama farmer who has no understanding of geopolitical conflict?
You're the one who asked for this debate, and now you're all confused and butthurt that you're getting up in it. Like, I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry. You f***ing brainlet. Give me what the inconsistency was. You made the video. You made the video. Give me the inconsistency or what you consider to be false information. Are you having a hard time without a script or without people feeding you clips that you can post?
Pretty good, bro.
I love that accusation. Is Willie Mack even a streamer? Like, I don't think, does he even stream or is he only a YouTuber? Like, do people feed him clips or does he think that I'm like behind every single person that... argues with him.
Have you done that to people? Have you, like, if somebody goes to debate Hassan? I mean, I don't even know if I've ever seen Hassan debate anybody. But, have you, like, fed notes or whatever?
I've done it. I don't know if I've done it against Hassan, but I've definitely, yeah, I've done it to people in the past. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But, like, when I'm doing it, I'm not, like, sneaky about it. Usually what's happening is, like, we're watching it on stream, and I'm, like, typing, I'm like, bring this up! Tell him the shit! Fucking blah, blah, blah! Like, it's not like,
yeah,
I'm not
like a chatter.
Yeah, I'm not, like, sneaky or hiding about it. Like, my whole chat is saying, yes, the reason why they know is because, like, I'm doing it on stream. I'm not, like, hiding anything, obviously.
How do I get up there?
Yeah.
Okay, then have you ever, because the number one...
But
like,
against Hassan, by the way, I think I did it against
with...
Hassan like one time. But it was over like a debate on like gambling or whatever. It wasn't during like a political thing. But Hassan has literally psyched himself out to think that like there was a time period where he wouldn't debate random people. I know Too Mad came up because Hassan thought that...
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Like real quick. Because in the...
I have to walk all the way around?
Before I came on, he was like, oh, he's going to try and ambush me with...
Yeah.
He was essentially referring to you or Sam.
Well,
Sam
Plutonian Shores.
As if I knew any of you two, by the way. I don't know. I have never talked to either of you two, so I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
Like why he thought that of me. But
yeah, he just has. Yeah, he's like super paranoid.
Have you ever Sam Cedared him or some shit like
no,
the
I
H3H3?
No, but it's like his worst fucking.
But like
nightmare.
the two, so like the rumor has always been like you did that with Too Mad, and that's why you wouldn't debate Too Mad.
I think Too Mad wanted to. I'm gonna be totally honest. That might have been his plan, but like he messaged me after he started fucking with Hassan, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to do this?" And I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but I think where I was at, I don't even know if I had power at the time in my apartment. I think my shit was like. So there was never like a formal plan to like do this shit. Too Mad just mentioned like, oh, this would be funny. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but like I don't even know if I have like a setup to do this right now. Like, yeah. I think the real meme there was I think that Too Mad was getting tweets from some other streamer that he was like fighting with Hassan over, but I don't remember who the other streamer was. Oh, it might have been J-Reg, because Too Mad was like tweeting out fighting with Hassan, and Too Mad was saying a lot of shit, like, damn, I didn't know he knew this shit about like fucking, you know, like geopolitics or whatever the fuck, but he was getting tweets from somebody else, but that wasn't me, yeah. So he sort of kind of wanted to run me to the end, but there was never like an actual formal plan. Like, I don't think at the time I had internet, or I think I was because I just moved to Miami or some weird shit, but I could be wrong with that, but yeah.
Okay, then I would say, I don't know, dude, because it's just, you gotta realize it from like an outsider perspective that doesn't know like you're in Hassan's lore or whatever. It is just weird like how paranoid he is. I don't really get it. Like only debates I can see of you two, and like this is me actually trying to like look into this a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like an N-word debate, which I don't. Like it just seems so fucking. I don't.
Yeah. So the paranoia comes from the fact that my biggest conversion from fans and other fan bases is usually they watch a video of mine one time. Because when they watch something I've said one time, what they realize is, hold on, Vosh or Hassan or Mike from Pierre Denims, they said that Destiny was like a racist, genocidal, evil, pro-Hitler, blah, 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 blah. But I watched like this hour video and he actually seems like pretty reasonable. So for a lot of these people, the biggest fear would be giving me a platform or giving me the chance to like platform an argument or say something, because now they're gonna have to confront their fan base that they've misrepresented basically every single thing I've ever said, which for Hassan and Vosh is true. Hassan's fan base thinks I'm literally like a racist. My family was like a slave owning like Gusano, they call me racial slurs. Like
it's true from everything I've seen, dude.
Yeah, true, yeah. But yeah, so like obviously Hassan can't ever talk to me because then how is he gonna reconcile what I'm actually like in conversations with the monster that he's portrayed me as on a stream for years, right? That can never happen, you know?
Yeah, I suppose he has like portrayed you as like a Nick Fuentes, like hardcore.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So what, alright, this is something like too I've also seen from like comments, but it's hard to confirm. Did you make Hassan big or did the Young Turks make him big?
I mean, it depends on, to answer honestly,
as a streamer, as like, you know,
yeah, I understand. I mean, like, if I was to answer like Hassan, I would say, obviously, I made him big. He was nothing before me, blah, blah, blah. It's hard to know if he would have become big anyway. Basically, he had a kind of a big thing on the Young Turks Facebook page for some of the stuff he did. He tried to get into streaming, but I think for a few months, he didn't really take off much. And then he did a debate with Charlie Kirk, and then he reached out to me, and then he got a huge bump in reaching out to me. But like, I mean, would he have made it without me? Maybe, I don't know. But like, obviously I helped a ton early on. And if you dig back before, people have made like...
Why did you become like friends with him? Or was he always this way, or was he different? Like,
no, I mean, like he was just like a chill dude. I mean, like there's videos of us like hanging out, going drinking. Like he seems like he's like a okayly chill dude. He's not like a horrible, evil person like in real life.
No, but I was wondering, has he always covered news shitty or what?
Yeah, that was part of what we had early on when we were arguing. Was I argued a couple times. One was about him calling something racist before he even knew who the shooter was, and then the second thing was, yeah, ironic, right? And then the second thing was
classic, dude.
It was about covering breaking news. Yeah, it was covering breaking news.
So what's the right time to cover news stories then?
It's not about, okay, so for me personally, I hate breaking news. As soon as some major terrorist event happens, I shut off Twitter, I shut off all, and I wait 2 fucking days.
Yeah, but
because
this isn't
nothing
even a major,
irritates me.
This isn't even a major terrorist event.
Okay,
though.
okay,
This is like a
chill.
regular murder.
You just asked me about breaking news, and I'm telling you my general opinion. I fucking hate breaking news. I hate it because it's all it does is it leads to a bunch of people speculating the out of everything. There is literally no person in the history of all the world has ever said, I'm so glad I knew about that shooter 27 seconds after it happened as opposed to the next day. It literally doesn't fucking matter whether 10 people die in Vegas or 500 people die in Vegas or whatever, or a week or whatever. None of it matters to me, right? Now, if I've got somebody personally involved, we contact the police, etc., etc. But otherwise, so it seems like there's very little value in breaking news. Now, the danger in breaking news is that as events happen in real time, people can form narratives and opinions about things very fucking quickly, and those things stick. I'm sure you know this because you do kind of like the journalism thing, right? Or whatever, right? You would say you're in journalism, right? You would say that? Or would you say that? Yeah.
I mean, I'm
so
a commentator, but yeah.
So you know the dangers of somebody publishing a story and how woefully ineffective retractions are, right? The initial story always sticks harder than the other.
Yeah.
So like as soon as those narratives form, like early on, you get things like the fake terrorist attacks that like Trump mentions, all that shit, like all of that, like it's so damaging that like I never ever I just don't think there's any reason to engage in framing. But it wasn't simple. But it wasn't simple because you yourself admitted that you had it incorrect.
Here's the difference
right?
between like a massive fucking terrorism. Here's the difference. There's a massive fucking terror story is drastically different than like a murder where we don't know if it's like premeditated or we don't know what the fucking entire facts are, and there's an ongoing manhunt.
You're like, this is all of it is so irrelevant. It doesn't matter. None of this gets you to the point where it's like, well, maybe I can imply that this is a hate crime. Like you're never gonna get there. You never make that gap. Like even if it's ongoing, even if it's breaking, even if it's whatever, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that that's why I took the video down, is because while I openly mentioned that the police officers have not ruled out the possibility that this might be a hate crime, and then talked about a larger narrative or a larger issue of like hate crimes in the United States, as I do with every other story, to talk about like the larger picture, which is what I use.
Yeah, but what if the larger picture is Islamic extremism and someone's just saying, well, the police haven't ruled out. Like, you could use all these same arguments, could all be used for...
I understand that you can use these same arguments, and I already did not rule out the possibility that it could be acceptable in certain... No, it could absolutely be acceptable to say that in certain instances. It's all a matter of context. And for me, for when it comes to like a domestic murder case, if the police officers have already revealed this information and are asking people to go out and fucking spread this information in an effort to find and capture the person...
Why do you keep conflating these things? It's not about going out and spreading the information. That's not what you're doing when you're saying, let's talk about hate crimes. That's framing a narrative. We're waiting.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm saying, yeah, no, I agree that part is not... That part is what I normally do. And in this instance, it was because the information that I got was not correct. But the information is verifiable at that point. Even if it's not correct, it's still exactly the kind of information that any news outlet would use. As a matter of fact, all news outlets use that information.
Yeah, but you can use the information without framing a narrative. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. I think we're gonna majorly agree to disagree on this one. There's no way I'm being swayed by this. Yeah, and then the second thing had to do with a video he made, a hit piece video on Kamala Harris, where he just copied a bunch of talking points from a Twitter thread that weren't really accurate. And then once we had that second big combo...
Was it all from Twitter?
Yes, that's where most of his news comes from.
Dude, some things never change, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Hassan just consistently wrong.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. So why does he... Okay, this might be out of pocket, so I don't know the shit. But like I found a clip of him saying, I mean somewhat recently, that you made him suicidal.
Yeah, that's just bullshit. He says because like the hate my community gave him, it made him suicidal. But like if you go back before we had our big breakup, there's like plenty of videos and be like, yeah, Destiny's community gave me like a huge leg up. Like I wouldn't have made it without them. Like they're so supportive and blah 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 blah. Like that was what he's saying. But after we split up, obviously now he's gonna be like, Destiny's the worst person ever. His community was made me suicidal. I built all of this on my own. I got the idea to combine gaming and politics and blah blah. So he has to rewrite history, obviously, to suit his narrative.
Yeah, dude. The diggers are evil, bro.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, have you seen the story where, like, I don't think you watched the video by the sound of it, but have you seen where he tweeted about that 13-year-old getting kidnapped by the IDF?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so this happened just this last week, or maybe the week before.
Okay.
He tweeted that a 13-year-old got kidnapped by the IDF, and he called them and he was like, thrown in jail for no reason, right? He called them like indefensible monsters, all this stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's how it's portrayed.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, all you have to do is look up the kid's name, and that's just not the case at all. Like, he ran around with his cousin, he stabbed 3 people, or 2 people, then tried to stab another, and then got shot. And I guess I'm wondering, why is he willing to wrongly report these stories? Like, surely he knows, right? After to a degree, like, it can't all be him just being stupid.
I don't want to, like...
Is it really just, like, pushing lefty ideology based, like, for no reason?
Yeah, this isn't a problem unique at all to Hassan. We live, this sounds so cringe to say this, but like in a post-fact world, facts and stories and headlines, these are all just vehicles to sell our ideology. We don't actually, or a lot of people don't actually care about the underlying truth of the matter. So if I see a headline saying, you know, IDF soldier rapes 400 Palestinian virgin, you know, women, like I'm gonna retweet that because it probably sounds true. Because the IDF are monsters, and boom. You don't actually care about the underlying article. You don't care about the underlying facts. That's just everybody when it comes to, especially alternative media these days. Like Tim Pool.
It's everybody. It seems like fucking psycho though to see it from the sideline, bro.
It is psycho, but like a lot of people in alternative media run this way. Because remember, in alternative media, we make all of our money. We don't have, some people have sponsors, but not much. And we don't have like, you know, like editors or, you know, managers telling us what to do. We make our money because we tell our fans what they want to hear. And if our fans really want to hear Israel bad, then if I see a story like that, I'm going to tweet it out. Or if they want to hear Palestinians bad, then you just tweet it out. You just like play your narrative and you play your side because that's how they make the money. So, I mean, that's what everybody in alternative media does. Nobody is, immune to this. Like, you think if a study came out tomorrow showing that, you know, single-payer healthcare was the best possible way ever to deliver healthcare, you think Ben Shapiro is going to say that on his podcast? Right?
But what does Ben Shapiro have to gain from healthcare? I mean, I don't get it.
Because his base wants to hear socialized healthcare bad, big government bad, because he's a conservative pundit. So every story that he gives has to come from that angle. And for Hassan, he's a tanky. Every story has to come from the angle of West bad, America bad, everybody that's not America good. That's why he defended Putin early on and said the Ukrainian invasion wasn't happening. That's why he defended China invading Tibet. That's why he defends the Palestinians over the Israelis. Like, that's why he says that Venezuela and Bolivia have never had economic or election problems. Like, it all is like very predictable when you understand where they're generating it from, which is America bad.
I mean, it just blows my mind that his audience is watching him be like consistently wrong on shit, because all he watches is like these super like he watches this, like, all right, he says all Western media is super biased. Like, sure, I'll give him that. I don't know, right?
And then he listens to Russia
But
Today.
then he's only looking at like
or Al
these
Jazeera,
super biased like Middle Eastern like news sources, or like these like weird tweets where he's like looking at like QNN, which is straight up related to Hamas. It's like Hamas news.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like I don't fucking get how his audience is.
Bro, why?
I guess
I'm
the
sorry, not
politics
Tibet,
shit is hard for me to
Taiwan.
relate
My bad.
to.
Not Tibet, Taiwan. No, I thought he was making excuses for Tibet in the past, or Tibet as well in the past.
Yeah, he was. He was saying that they were all like slave-owning monsters.
Yeah, they were horrible people, and yeah. Or maybe he said Tibet and Taiwan. He might have said both.
Yeah, he
actually.
justified both invasions.
Yeah. The audience doesn't know or care about the underlying facts as well. There's also, in a lot of these communities, and you'll notice this, you should pay attention to this, in a lot of these communities, there's a lot of epistemic poisoning as well. Meaning, it's not just enough, epistemology is like the study of knowledge or truth, broadly speaking in psychology. Epistemic is like ways that we arrive at truth, or how we determine or discern what's truthful or not. When I say epistemic poisoning, what I mean is, it's not enough to just say, for instance, like vaccines are bad. When data comes out that disagrees with you, if you don't want to conform to the data, you've got to say the sources are bad too. If you argue with conservatives that are anti-vaxxers, you'll also notice that they don't trust the CDC. They don't trust any pharmaceutical company, and oftentimes they don't trust academic institutions. Hassan is the same way in that if a report comes out, he doesn't trust the IDF or Israel's reports. He doesn't trust the U.S. State Department, and he won't trust a lot of people in the West. But surprisingly, they will trust.
He is like a COVID denier, dude.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. You have to epistemically attack all of the sources of truth that'll disagree with you, and then the only ones that you validate or verify. He'll say things like, "I can't trust the United States State Department on easily verifiable information, but I can trust Hamas."
Yeah, he sees like Russia building bridges to invade Ukraine. He's like, this can't be real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. All right, so let's say you get something wrong, right? I'm sure in your career you've gotten some geopolitical shit wrong, right?
No. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
What do you do to like what is a way for him to I guess what have you done to like correct that or move on? Like have you just owned it or what? Like is it just a him thing or does Bosch do the same shit? Do you do the same shit?
The ways that I try
down and try and justify, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, in the heat of the moment, nobody will change their mind. Like, I'll double down on shit that I'm probably wrong about.
Sure, but let's see 2 days pass, a week pass, whatever.
So here's the difference, okay? Here are a couple things that I try to do that I feel are unique to politics streamers. Is one, I try to read a lot. Not just headlines and not just Twitter, but I'll try to do like a decent amount of research. At the very least, I'll read a full article, I'll read profiles, I'll read papers on the Israel-Palestine stuff. I'm reading tons of different wiki entries. I'm reading excerpts from books. I'm reading and watching like documentaries and shit. Like we're doing a lot of like actual research. For most of public politics streamers, even though they'll say like, oh, well, I talk to historians and blah, 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 they're not talking about history. They're just bringing a person on for their opinion. So one is I try to do a lot more reading or research, okay? Which doesn't make me immune. Obviously, I can be blah, blah, blah. The second thing I try to do is when I'm talking about a thing or another streamer, I always try to show full clips. I'm never watching a 20-second clip of Hassan and going like, oh, I knew he was a person. I'll usually be like, well, what's the video this is from, or where is this, blah, 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 and I'll watch like long-form stuff and review it. But the way that they try to get around it is they say, oh, Steven's obsessed with me. Why did he do a 3-hour stream on me? And usually it's because, well, I want to cover everything you said. I don't want to just like clip.
Insane, dude.
Yeah. And then another thing that helps me a lot that's a little bit unique to me, and I say this and everybody says this, but I'm the only one that actually means it. I truly don't have like a political affiliation. If Democrats start doing dumb shit, I'll say that Democrats are doing dumb shit. Conservatives, I start to agree with more. I'm like, oh, I kind of agree with Ben Shapiro. I have no problem saying that. With a lot of these guys, the way that they grow their political platforms is by first aligning hardcore with a political ideology, and then they grow their fan base that way. So what that means is you suffer a lot of audience capture. When my audience watches me, they just expect me to give my take on the news. If I go watch
audience capture, what do you mean by that?
Audience capture means that you feel a pressure to deliver the type of content that your audience watches, and that might start to misalign with what you actually believe. Hassan will never go on stream and defend the actions of the U.S. State Department or change his opinion on Israel-Palestine or anything in the Cold War because he can't. His fan base expects, like when you go to watch Hassan's stream, you don't go to watch for Hassan's opinion on the news. You go to watch for what is the progressive opinion on the news. Right? Nobody goes to see, because Hassan's like giving a unique original take on anything.
He like plays team sports.
Exactly, yeah. So there's benefits and cons. The benefit is that you get to grow an audience much easier because now you're in an established area, you've got good talking points, blah, 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 blah. But then the con is you have very little flexibility if you start to get stuff wrong or if your political movement starts to get stuff wrong. Progressives have been kind of crazy over the past few years. It's really easy for me to back away from that and go like, oh, they've been kind of crazy. Hassan can't back away from far lefties or tankies because that's who he's like throwing his lot at.
Is he just gonna, like, what's he think's gonna happen though? What, he just loses followers or some shit?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
I don't fucking. It's just weird to understand because the whole point of doing like being like a YouTuber, like a Twitch streamer, is that you can just be you. You don't have to fucking work for anybody. But I don't know. The politics side is weird. I'm still dipping my toes in it a bit.
It's dumb. Yeah.
What's his? Oh yeah. Okay. So did you see his coverage of the Pokemon stuff?
Not much, no. But I think I probably agreed. I probably agreed with him though. I think the cookie thing is stupid, or I don't know, but I just see what else he said.
Hold on, bro. There is something funny about him getting up, leaving the Charlie video, explaining what's going on and why people might be frustrated with Pokemon, and then him coming back and being like, "Yeah, it's just because she's a woman." It's something so, like, dude, it's hilarious. Here, have you seen this clip? This describes it perfectly, bro. Brandon Buckingham clipped this from my vid.
Oh god, this guy's a little insane, but let's see.
Really, Brandon's cool, man.
He started like he got obsessed with Sneeko to an unhealthy amount. Like
Look,
to be fair,
I don't
Sneeko
know. I
also
don't
kind
wanna
of
get into
slandered
all
him,
that.
but no, we don't have to. Sneeko also kind of slandered him and said that he wanted to rape his fucking girlfriend or
said
whatever,
he-
which is crazy. Yeah, that was wild. But Brandon, at some point, no offense to that guy, he was like sending me pages and pages of it, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. You're on.
He was
You're having a
sending you
moment.
stuff?
He was sending me like pages of DMs. Yeah, I was like, bro, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with any of this.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you
yeah.
Sneeko's representative? I have no.
No, I
clue.
think he was like having a.
Yeah, I think. Look, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, no, yeah, we don't have to. I'm sorry. I'll watch this. Hold on one sec.
That's not what happened.
Then what happened?
I don't even know what happened, but I know that's not what happened.
Cool. On the ground journalist Hassan Piker at work.
Okay.
Dude, isn't that a classic clip, dude? That's some classic Hasanabi on the ground journalism, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Listen,
so
you're just mad because
funny.
you're not on the ground like he is, okay?
Hey, dude, he's on the ground of his like fucking LA mansion, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, give me one. Let me see what the fuck else I got here. I don't know. I'm thinking. What do you think? So he calls everyone a drama farmer, right? Like he calls you that, and I know that's like known as like a big own. Like I believe he called Vosh that too, even though Vosh said like 2 words to him after the Ukraine
One of the
thing.
things that happens a lot in my corner of the internet, probably not with you guys as much, I think, because you're like commentary people. One thing that happens in my corner is people try to run with this obsessed argument a lot to try to make it so people won't cover them. So like a lot of the times, let's say Hassan says something crazy and then I cover it, he'll be like, why are you obsessed with me, bro? Why are you so obsessed with me, bro? Why are you obsessed with me, bro? And the point of that argument is to try to diffuse criticism by making it so I don't have to engage with this criticism and you shouldn't even watch it. And it's weird that he's even criticizing me, right? When the reality is, well, hold on, bro. You're the largest politics streamer on the internet right now. Why would I not criticize you when you say retarded shit, right? Nobody, if you cover a Ben Shapiro video, nobody's calling you obsessed. If you cover like the 50th Trump statement, no one's calling you obsessed, right?
Well, he covers basic YouTube drama too all the time.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But like there's the whole like drama farmer obsessed thing is to just try to say like this person doesn't have real criticism, they're just trying to like farm drama.
Yeah, that was kind of like a big advantage being a commentary channel, because he did try to hit me with that, but it just like doesn't work, because it's like, yeah, dude, I'm farming you. Like that's fucking embarrassing. I will farm the shit out of you every day, dude. You're a lolcow. You know?
Yeah.
It's like fucking, oh, you're into drama? It's like, yes, dude. I will milk you for everything you're worth. Keep being stupid, please. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't understand that argument, because it's, if you're getting farmed, you're kind of like self-reporting.
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, that's in my world, those arguments don't work. People just like, bro, why are you so obsessed? Like, don't do this. Yeah.
Did you see Hassan's 2 clips talking about you?
No, I haven't watched them yet. I got linked them, but I was about to watch them now.
I was gonna say, I could show you them, or if you have them, let's watch those.
Okay, hold on. Wait 1 second.
Because when was the last time he said your name on stream? Everyone was saying this was a big deal when I posted my video.
It's been years, yeah. He usually uses nicknames to refer to me like Voldemort. So instead of like he who must not be named,
He
he'll
calls
call me
you
like
Voldemort?
No, he'll call me like Pepe La D or other nicknames, so like or Gusano or Cubans or Wikipedia readers or debate streamers. He always like refers to me.
I love how petty he is, bro. I kind of dig that.
Yeah. Well, but it's good because it keeps his audience not knowing who I am exactly. So it's not like they're all gonna go check me out. So he's again the no free clout thing, you know?
Yeah. This clip is fucking rage-inducing, dude. And it's not this clip, it's this clip with the next clip is rage-inducing.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Hold on, I gotta respond. Jesus Christ, 1 second. Okay, ready? I'm going.
Guy, every time I see clips of Destiny, it's always like very confident, but also confidently unsure. But because he's like channeling State Department propaganda, it oftentimes is just left unnoticed. Like people don't look at it and go, wait, what do you mean? You're not really sure? Okay, well, how about you get sure? Like you could,
yeah, just get sure on some of the most complicated like international conflict of okay.
You could look it up.
Just get sure, bro. Just get
Hold
sure
on,
on
yeah,
this
wait, let me
stuff.
finish.
And he always invokes plausible deniability so that people can turn around and go, yeah, well, he said he was not necessarily sure.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing. One thing that I notice, and this might just be in my community, sometimes I'll get hit with really weird things where I'm like, in any other community, people would make fun of you for insulting somebody on this. So this would be an example of that. Why would you ever like couch your opinion in caution if you aren't sure of something, bro? Just be 100% sure. Like that's such a stupid, that's such a
That
weird
is literally what he's
criticism.
getting criticized for, bro. He's getting criticized for
Yeah.
being way too confident.
Also,
Like,
wait,
bro,
hold on. Somebody said there's a second clip. 1 second.
Dude, the second clip is fucking just the most triggering, most unself-aware shit I've ever seen.
I think
in
I
my
have
life.
the exact opposite problem where I am
Oh no. He's
grossly aware of the lack of knowledge that I have on a particular matter. Because there's so much.
Does this make you
Oh,
fucking
there's so
rage?
much more to learn.
When does Hassan do any learning though, guys? He streams for 10 hours a day. He does zero research on anything, and he's not spending any other. Like, when is he learning? Where is the Hassan learning time? When does he have time for that?
So I don't have that
He
same
doesn't,
level
dude.
of
He's talking to
confidence.
these forensic experts apparently that are two follower accounts, dude. Oh man, it is the most. I don't know, man. That clip makes me so fucking angry, dude.
Okay, wait. Let me finish watching this. Jesus.
And then I think that makes people think that I am oblivious to the reality or something. Especially when someone that comes across more confident.
I also hate this because Hassan stole this talking point from me. He's saying I come across more confident.
More skilled orator.
But he literally just said that I don't come across as confident because I'm confidently unsure because I say that I'm not sure, right? One of the big issues that I notice when I debate people, I'm talking half to you, half of my audience, is sometimes I'll get cucked by people that don't know what they're talking about, but they're fully willing to say, oh, have you seen the latest literature on this? It actually proves my point 100%. And maybe I haven't, like, oh, I'm not sure. Even though I'm pretty sure they're incorrect, I'm pretty sure they're wrong and making
it was like him lying to me in the debate, dude.
Exactly,
saying
yeah.
The BBC said this when that's not what they
exactly,
said.
yeah. When other people are confidently asserting things that they don't know, and I'm a little bit more cautious, I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure. I end up looking like the weak person there, even if ultimately they're incorrect. I've tried to find other ways around this. Like one of the things I've said is, well, I'm pretty sure if everybody looks this up right now, you're probably not right. Or when I go home and I look this up, it's probably going to be the exact opposite of what you're saying. So I'm not going to agree. And 99% of the time, it usually is. 99% usually is. When I look stuff up that people have brought up, and I go home and I look at it, I'm like, oh, it was the exact opposite of what he said, or oh yeah. But it's hard. It's hard to counter that in the heat of the moment when somebody's willing to just confidently assert shit and you don't know if they have any idea what they're talking about.
I just don't know what the point of having a debate is if you're just willing to lie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let me do 34 more seconds. Let me listen to the rest of this. Hold on.
Obvious to the reality or something. Especially when someone that comes across more confident, that is a more skilled orator, can come in and just say, I'm right, and you're owned.
I'm right in your own. Keep in mind, Hassan was doing this the entire time over like the hospital bombing, but okay, sorry.
Yeah, or stuff like this, like lacking knowledge about JDAMs and such, like things of that nature.
He didn't do that. Okay, hold on. Ignore everything that I just said. Okay.
Don't you just want to fucking slam their desk, dude?
He's trolling. Hassan is a master troll. He knows he's trolling. He's gonna
not,
catch up soon.
bro. He's serious.
He's trolling.
Unaware, bro.
In a month, he's gonna be like, really, guys? The JDAM shit didn't give it away. Thanks for the cash. I'm done streaming. Thanks for the mansion. Peace out. That's what he's gonna say.
I become a fan.
The only instances where people can be like, well, there was a clip of you saying this is definitely.
I just feel like it's weird because it's like, how is it? I feel like the smartest people I've ever met in real life are people that are willing to go like, oh, I don't know, I gotta look more into that.
Yeah, it's people that like can admit the limits of their knowledge. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's so insane. Like, for instance, I work for like a photography company. If you talk to any of the like new hires that were like right out of college, they would all be like, oh no, I know like everything about photography. I got everything done. If you ask like any of the vets, they'd be like, I know like 60%, maybe. Right? It's like only the fucking like people that know the least act like they know the most.
Yeah, it's called Mount Bullshit. When somebody learns a little bit about a thing and they're really confident about it, and then as you learn more, you kind of couch your opinion a little bit more carefully. Yeah.
Well, dude, I think that's pretty much everything. That was all kind of like the loose ends I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Oh, I love you.
I
buddy.
appreciate it.
Keep in mind that a lot of the stuff that I'm saying here about Hassan and everything here is, one, this is just my perspective. Other people might disagree. And two, this is not very few things here are unique to Hassan. A lot of alternative media influencers like Tim Pool and other people like that, Steven Crowder, they all do these similar types of tactics, so they all operate in a similar type of way.
Are they as blatantly wrong as him though about all this shit?
Blatantly
because he's like been wrong like on every major issue for the past like year and a half.